looks good down off of San Martin. So just remember, guys, it might be a while of driving, 18 hours. When we left the fish in December, we were about 215 miles from home. I don't think we're going to be going that far, but just remember, it's not like there's 15 boats fishing every day. We're the first ones going right now. So luckily we got a plane going. He can cover a lot of ground very fast. The only thing that would mess him up is if there's rain down there. He has to be able to see. The fish are deep. He has to see the fish when they're on the surface. And he's very good at what he does. He's the guy who flies for the seiners in Mexico. So he's the best at it. So hopefully between him and us, I think the Pegasus is going tonight too. But between us three, we can come up with something. So we'll go through tackle. So we'll start off with our nighttime fishing setup. Remember, guys, last year nighttime was a huge thing. So I don't know what this year's going to be like, but from what I saw in January down there, it was same thing, nighttime fishing. So I would have a heavy setup like this. Make sure you're fishing heavy gear, so something in this frame, 100-pound Spectra. And if you guys don't have what I'm showing you guys, just see the crew. We have all these. You can rent them. So fish something in this size frame, like a Talica 20 or this size reel, a heavy rod. Make sure you're fishing 200-pound fluoro. If you don't have it, Julian's got everything upstairs for you guys. So 200-pound fluoro. I would start off with a 250-gram, 300-gram nitric seems to be a good one. Those 400-gram ones work, but we can get a lot of short bites on them. So this seems to be the best jig overall. For 40-pounders, 200-pounders, it's a good jig. So 250-gram, 300-gram jig. We're fishing 200-pound fluoro. Make sure you're fishing the right hooks, guys. See, you got big beefy hooks on. Some of these tackle shops do not know what they're talking about. Trust me. They sell you the worst hooks you could ever have in your down. So make sure you're fishing the right hooks, guys. Very, very important. If you don't have these hooks, we have them upstairs. Very important. We'll go over some stuff about nighttime fishing, guys. Remember, guys, let's say we're catching fish tonight. Let the crew unhook the fish for you. People get these hooks in their hands, they hurt. So let the crew unhook the fish for you. Remember, guys, you're not setting the hook. So let's say you drop down, your jig stops, or if you get a bite or something, don't set the hook. Make sure you're always blinding. No set the hooks, guys. Your jig stops, you feel something weird going on, make sure you blind tight. Don't set the hook. Make sure you get these hooks in the fish's mouth. Very important. The fish dog bones your lure like this, you want to get the hooks in the fish. You want to wind tight. Okay, this is a heavy jig. This isn't a hook. This is a pretty heavy lure. You put slack in this lure, so it'll fall out of their mouth sometimes. So make sure you line. Make sure you know where your line's at, guys. We have the worst tangles at nighttime. So keep your line in front of you. If you're not sure, guys, ask the crews here to help you. So please make sure you keep your lines right in front of you. If you got a tangle, just let the crew know. We'll come help you out. So any questions about the nighttime? 250-gram jig, 300-gram jig. We're fishing the right hooks, like these ones. Nice beefy hooks. Heavy setup. Any questions about this kind of stuff? You got to remember, guys, most of the time we're fishing at nighttime, we are scratch fishing at night. If we could catch 1 to 8 fish each time we stop, that's really good. But if you hook a nicer fish on a 50-pound or 60-pound, we don't want to sit there and watch you pull on the fish for an hour and a half. We want to go as fast as we can. That's why we're fishing heavy gear, so we can go as fast as we can. Because sometimes we only get 2-hour window, 3-hour window. That's why we're fishing heavy gear. So don't be that guy that stops the whole boat for 2 hours. Make sure you're fishing the heavy gear. And like I said, if you don't have it, we have it on the boat for you guys. So any questions? Okay. Like I said, we don't know what kind of fish we're going to expect. Traditionally, the closer we find the fish, usually they're a little smaller. Farther down the beach, they're a little bit bigger. That's how it's gone the last 2 years. So I don't know what size fish we're going to see. I would have a 30-pound fly line set up and a 50 or 60-pound fly line set up. That way, if we find small fish, you got your small fly line set up, and then you got your, if you find bigger fish, you got a 50 or 60-pound fly line set up. So that's the two I would have right now. Obviously, if we see bigger fish, like in December when we were down there, we were seeing much bigger fish. If we see that, you can always use your sinker rig. So we'll go 30-pound, 50-pound fly line. You're going to be fishing fluorocarbon. Make sure you guys fish fluoro. And then on the 30-pound one, you can go with a little bit smaller hook. On your 50-pound, I would go with a size 2. This is a size Mutu hook, size 2 Mutu. On your 30-pound tub, I go with a size 4. So this is going to be your bigger one, size 2 circle hook. Heavy wire hook, it's not going to straighten out. Size 2. This is 2. That's 2. Circles, so yeah, you're going to fish hook those, yeah. Make sure you guys are fishing fluoro, and make sure you guys are changing your baits. This bait's okay, it's not the best bait, but it's not bad, but make sure you guys are changing your baits. Very, very important, guys. If you need help casting, you need help hooking a bait, whatever you need, see the crew. They will definitely help you guys out. We have plenty of time. I don't think we're going to touch even close to 60-degree water until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you have plenty of time right now to rig up. You can take a crew member back there by the tank. We'll show you how to hook your baits. Whatever you guys need help with, this is the time right now. Make sure you guys check your drag, especially if you're fishing spectra to straight fluoro. There's no stretch in your line, so you don't want your drag too tight. This is pretty tight right here. This would be too tight. Really hard to get it off. So make sure you guys check your drags and keep your thumbs off your spool. A lot of people get excited, they hook a fish, they just clamp their thumbs down. Don't do that. I'm off the spool. So check all this stuff right now while we're driving. We don't want to stop and get a shot and mess it all up. So 30-pound flatline, 50-pound flatline. And the only other setup we didn't go over is going to be let's say we see bigger fish boiling around and you want to flatten with 80 pound, you can just rip this off. And then you have an 80-pound flatline set. So this is going to be your 80-pound sinker. Even if this is the thing that people get, we catch more fish on flatline than sinker rigs. Just because I'm saying the fish are 240 feet under the boat, it doesn't mean you have to fish a sinker rig. They're not going to come under the boat at 10 feet. You know, they see this giant boat above them, generators and stuff. So don't always, if you try a sinker rig and I'm saying the fish are 240 feet, you're not going to bite try flatline. You know, they're not going to come under the boat at 10 feet. They're just not going to do that. So they're always, no matter what's going to happen, they're always, even if I drive over a breezer on the surface, when I drive over the top, they're going to be 240 feet deep. So just because I say they're at 240 feet, even when we're daytime fishing, does not mean you have to fish a sinker rig. We caught much more fish when we were down here last time and just ended December on a fly line than sinker rig. So, any questions, guys? All right, well, if I hear anything from the plane, I'll let you guys know right away.